How y'all doing? How y'all? JP, what's going on? What's going on? Thank you, thank you, thank you. Listen, greetings. Happy Easter, happy Christmas, happy Merry New Year's, whatever it is. I hope you enjoyed it. What's up, sexy eyes? What's going on, my brother? How you doing? Miss Caramel? Hey, Ruta, how you doing, man? How you doing? This song is everything. I know, right? I know. Love you. Listen, man. Listen. Patty, how you doing? I'm doing good too, man. I'm doing good too, brother. I'm doing good. Life is good. Yeah, you can't really complain. Life is beautiful. Hey, Yaz, how you doing, Yazem? Listen, I want to talk about. I'm not gonna stay long. I said it all the time. I always say I'm not gonna stay long, but I end up staying long. But I'm not gonna stay long today because I want to get straight to the point. The point is, let's talk about the masculine and feminine energy. Now, here's the thing. Hey, Moe, how you doing? Here's the thing about this right here. We're not going to talk about the bias side. We're not going to talk about the toxic, conversations that we always have. Hey, Mrs. Gay, we're not going to talk about what men's supposed to do, what women's supposed to do. We're going to talk about the real masculine and feminine energy because I think we get that so come we think that a masculine does this and a feminine does this. I wanna tell you a lot of things that we know. What's up, Gigi? A lot of things that we think. Hey Spencer, hey Jocelyn, hey son, hey Sonas, how we doing? A lot of things that we know is from social media. Social media is telling us all these lies. People come on here and they're telling you, and a lot of women right now is feeling that you are too masculine. Any woman ever felt that you was too masculine? Hey Sheena, darling, how you doing? Any woman ever felt that I'm too masculine? Everybody say I'm masculine. I'm in my masculine energy. Let me tell you something about these energies. These things are very, if you listen to people on social media, if you listen to folks who understand energy, they're going to confuse you. And you might actually begin to feel that you are too masculine. And when you begin to feel like you are too masculine, you will act and feel and think and experience, and you might block yourself from a masculine man. You might overthink, overact, over this, over that, because you just think that is real. You think there's such a thing as too masculine. Listen. Let me go straight into this. I'm not gonna stay long because I have to go to the store. Listen, there's no such thing as too masculine and too feminine. I'm gonna tell you straight up. Number one, number one. Let's talk about duality. Let's talk about duality. What is duality? Duality states that a being here, man or woman, dog or cat, God or whatever else, there's nothing that's all masculine and nothing that's all feminine. There's a duality in all things. Let's get straight to the point. There's a duality in all things. That means you have to have a mixture of both energies. Masculine and feminine makes up a man equally woman. Please understand this. Masculine does not mean men. Do we understand this? Masculine does not mean men, and feminine does not mean woman. Let's go deeper. Masculine is an energy. The man is the manifestation of God. Okay, I don't want to yell, but I'm tired of hearing these things going longer and longer. All this discussion on social media, we're getting confused. Feminine is an energy, female or woman is a manifestation of the creator. It's two different things. Feminine does not mean woman, and masculine does not mean man. It's energy. When you talk about energy, you have to be careful because energy is not based on the physical things that you do. If you pump your gas, it does not mean that you are masculine. It means that your car ain't got no gas. Lord have mercy. Lord have mercy. And why am I screaming? Because I have a voice. I scream because I want to scream, Mag G. Listen, let me tell you again. Let me scream even louder for the people who hate my screaming. Okay? If you pump your own gas, it does not make you masculine. It makes your car go longer. Listen, if a man washes dishes, it does not make him feminine. It makes him have a clean home. Listen, here's the thing about this right here. Here's the thing about this. A lot of us, a lot of us, a lot of us are being at this point, we are becoming insecure about the physical things that we are doing. We are becoming insecure about what we must do to survive. We are being insecure in the things that we are doing so that we must live in a clean and peaceful environment or in a home. So now we are thinking a man might see you as masculine because you have a job, because you're doing this, you're not masculine. It's a mindset. It's a choice. There's something that's called a balance. It's called a balance. There's nothing in this world that's pure masculine. There's no man in this world that's pure masculine, and no woman in this world that's pure feminine. It takes the masculine energy and the feminine energy to create life. If the masculine energy and the feminine energy come together to create life, then the life must be a mixture of both. Isn't that? Is not that common sense? Isn't that common sense? So why are you feeling guilty? Why are you feeling bad? Why are you feeling insecure? Because you believe that you are masculine when masculine is what you are. When feminine is what you are. You think I'm worried about how you look at me because I'm taking care of my kids at home? Because I'm washing my dishes? Because I'm cooking? No, it means I have to eat. My kids have to eat. It means that I'm an adult. That's all you are as an adult. Listen, I want to remind you guys, woman, let me speak to you, woman, ladies. A man shouldn't have to come. Hey, boy, a man shouldn't have to come to make you feel feminine. We say if a man do his part, then I could be feminine. No, don't get me wrong. I get it. I get the concept of it. But the feminine energy, it is not based on what he brings. Is what you are. Is what you choose to have. Listen, you could actually change your tire and still be feminine. Do you know that? Because it's the energy that you have in your mind, is how you feel about it. See, many of you, when you do something and you hate doing it, the masculine energy comes out even stronger. It's not masculine, it's the resistance energy. And the resistance energy is something that makes it feels hateful. That's why you have that division in yourself, because you are resisting what you are doing. When you resist what you do, then yes, there's a division amongst you. A nation divided against itself cannot stand. You see, if I have to wash my dishes and hate it and think that it's a woman's job, then I become to feel feminine. That means if you reject your masculine energy, you will suffer. If I reject my feminine energy, I suffer. I cannot be that divine masculine. I can't. You cannot be the divine feminine when you reject your masculine energy. It is a mixture of both. Don't allow things, don't allow things and chores, don't allow things and chores to make you feel like, let me tell you something, you ain't got to choose. Hey, kitty, you ain't got to choose one. You can be a mixture of both and be okay with it. You ain't got to choose. You ain't got to say I am feminine or masculine. You are both. You was born as both. You will die as both. Even if you don't know, you are still both equally. I don't know why you all suffer so much with this masculine. You got to be more masculine. You got to be more feminine. It's not about being masculine or feminine. If I am a masculine man, I must know and receive and accept my feminine traits or my feminine energy. My feminine energy. My feminine energy says, listen, I'm complete. I could do all things. Anyway, ain't that what the book said? I can do all things. Right? I can do all things. But if I can do all things, why do I reject doing it? Because I'm a male or female. It's silly. I can do all things, but yet I fight doing it because I hate it. No, 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 no. No, 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 I can do all things, all things. And when I do it, let me do it with peace. You want to be feminine? You want your energy to come out? Do it with peace. Do it with joy. Do it with grace. And watch that feminine energy just it begin to taste beautiful. You all see these people on social media be telling you all a story, and you all buy into it. You buy into this silly story. A man who doesn't even know and understand his own masculine energy is making you feel that you are too masculine because you have to survive. A woman who is not even know what the feminine energy is telling a man you're not masculine enough. Do you know what masculine really is? You know what feminine really is? Do you know it's not the things that you do that makes you masculine or feminine? Do you know it's not what you do, the chores that you do that's making you masculine or feminine? You know what make you masculine or feminine? Do you know what makes you both? The creator already made you both ways. The creator already made you as a complete being with a mixture of beautiful feminine and beautiful masculine. One does not survive without the other. It's impossible. It's impossible. One does not survive. It's like negative and positive. One cannot be without the other. Hey, Torah, it's impossible. Everybody hate negative. Why do you hate negative? If there was no such thing, there couldn't be positive. There couldn't be life as a whole. If there was no feminine, have you ever seen a man who denies his feminine energy? He can't listen. There's no understanding. There's no happiness. There's no joy. There's no peace. There's a blockage. There's ego because he's trying to deny his feminine. And when you try to deny your feminine, you cannot, you can't find that balance. There's nothing there that's attractive. The absence of listening, of trying to have empathy and compassion, those are not there. Have you ever seen a woman who denies her masculine? What do you think happens? Same damn thing. No understanding. You can't find peace. You judge everything. You don't have no common sense. Common sense is because you are trying to deny you. And when you have to do things that you think, she's stubborn as energy. When you try to do things that's of you think that's you know what makes us the worst? Hey Cron, you know what makes us the worst? When we label each chore, when we label each thing as masculine or feminine. What's up, Necker babe? How you doing? When you label, when we try to label these things, woman, if you pump your own gas, woman, if you cut your own grass, that's masculine. No men don't want masculine women. And when you look at the relationship that works, when you look at the relationship that works, you realize a lot of people, whichever one they have to do, they do each role. I'm not just doing a man's role, I'm doing all roles. If something is missing in my house, I do it because you know what? I'm comfortable. If something is missing in my house, my dishes, my kids changing pampers, whatever, feeding, cooking, you think I'm looking at a woman to do that for me? For what? I am built as both. We have to stop denying our stuff. Listen, I hear women say all the time, you know, if a man have to make me feminine. The type of thinking. Yes, you know, a man. See, if the man makes me, if a man do this, I could feel masculine. I mean, feminine. No, I get the gist of that. If a man is in his masculine energy, what he does, he brings balance to the feminine energy. He brings balance. He brings a complete balance there. He brings that balance. That means she could rest in that feminine. Hey, Kay, seriously, that means she could rest in her feminine. And if a woman is feminine, a man could rest in his masculine. But the truth is, nobody is purely one energy. If you are just one energy, you don't exist in this realm. You can't exist here if you are just masculine or feminine. I don't know why we deny ourselves. This is why we suffer. We are denying who we are. That's like saying, if you do these things, I could be masculine. If you can, I heard somebody said today, seriously, I heard somebody said today, listen, if a man does this, he makes me more masculine. Nobody could make you masculine or feminine. You're already born that way. What you have to do, just do it. Do it with grace. Do it with peace. Do it with understanding. Do it with love. Do it with joy. And you maintain whatever energy that you want to experience or to express. The feminine or the masculine? See, when you do things with understanding, the energy balances. This is why the Bible says, above all things, seek what? Above all things, what do you seek? That's fact, Sylvia. Above all things, what must you seek? Anybody know? Anybody? Is it people? Is it relationships? Seek understanding. Understanding. We must seek understanding. We lack understanding. We lack understanding of ourselves. A matter of fact, all we do is fight ourselves. We fight what everything is. We resist what people are. People telling you who they are every day, we fight it. That's not who you are. Why are you doing this to me? We fight. You know what? All we are doing is fighting every single thing that exists. This is why we are tired. Ain't we tired? Hey, snooze motion, how we doing? Ain't we tired though? Ain't we tired? You said you need to be unbothered like Kirk. You know why Kirk is unbothered? Let me tell you why Kirk is unbothered. Kirk is unbothered because 10 years ago, I began to seek understanding. And when you have it, nobody could give it to you. Nobody can take it away from you. Nobody could question you. Nobody can make you feel anything. Nobody can make you do anything. You just set and understand. That means what's the song? Sarah, Sarah, whatever will be, will be. You know, when you understand that song, Sarah, whatever, I don't even know if I'm saying that right, but whatever will be, will be. And when you understand this is the hardest thing to let go is control. It's not that we are too feminine or too masculine, it's that we seek control. We seek power in each energy. Because if you do it wrong, there's a power in each energy, the masculine power and a feminine power. But if you do it properly, there's no power. You serve. The masculine serves as the feminine serves. You serve equally. There is no stronger energy. The feminine and the masculine, none is stronger. They are both strength in his own zone. It's just two different things. It's two different experiences. It's the yin and the yang, right? It's that flow. If you do all things with understanding, without judging yourself for it, without judging what it is, without thinking about if it's mass. See, you know what we do? Let me tell you what we do. This is the things that we do, right? When we do something, we label it. We label it. But this is masculine. Where do you have? Who said that? Who told you that? This is feminine. Those are roles that man made. Men made those things. Men made those labels. The creator never said which was which. It never said, because if you want the household to flow, if you want the family to flow, it doesn't, there is no such thing. You put a name to what you are doing, and now it's whooping your ass because now you can't even break your own labels that you have labeled everything that you do. You ain't got to label what you are. Stop trying to label yourself. Why don't you just be? Stop fighting what you are. If you're a man, be a man. If you're a woman, be a woman. But don't fight what you are. Don't fight what you got to do. I've learned to whatever I do, I bless it. You cannot go on seeking relationships. You just have to wait for God to have. Listen, I don't question what I do. That's right, Chris. When I got to do something in the house, when I got to feed my children that I made with my semen, I have to put that in there. When I have to call my daughter here, you think I'm thinking, oh, this is feminine. No, I'm thinking, oh, I'm the father. Look at this. I can do this too. Shoot. You think you, 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 you think I'm feeling insecure because I'm braiding my daughter's hair? It's my blood. It's my daughter. Listen, why must you feel guilty or why must you label yourself for what you must do? It makes no damn sense, does it? It makes no sense. What's up, Ray? It makes no sense. Please stop that nonsense, man. Hey, God's gift, stop that nonsense. So when you're in a relationship, there's a balance. There's a balance. Exactly. There's a balance. So how do you cope with that energy in the relationship? How do you cope? How do you cope with if you was alone, if you were single? How do you cope with now leaning on the other person? You know how you cope? You just do it. You understand that you have a conversation. Hey, what do you like to do? Because in a relationship, one person, because she's a woman and she has a vagina, doesn't necessarily clean better than the one who has a penis. Do you understand this? Let's use common sense. Just because I'm a male and I have a penis doesn't mean that I can put things together or furniture better than a woman does. Please stop the nonsense. Please stop. I know in the past, your granddaddy had it that way, but your granddaddy and you is two different things. Your grandfather and your grandmother. Listen, people taught you how to be and you believe it, and you trying to be that way, even when your circumstances is not working that way. You fight, and then you begin to fight. People taught you how to be, and you are trying to keep this teaching when your relationship or your life doesn't need it that way. Just because I have a big old, I mean, just because I have a big old chest and big arm doesn't mean that I can put a bicycle together. And just because she has whatever she has doesn't mean that she can't. In a relationship, it's like this. This hand and this hand come together. I wash your hands. What are you good at? Okay. What don't you mind doing? You good with money? Nah, I'll take it. Are you good with cleaning? I'm okay. I'll take it. Are you good with cooking? Nah, I'll take it. Listen. You see who's better. You see, the reason why we fail is not because of it's not because of the masculine and feminine, it's because of the control that we are trying to gain with it. See, the women are using her feminine energy to gain control of a man's experience, a man's feelings, man's emotions, and what he does. And the men are using their masculine energy for control in how she submits, how she does, what she does. If a man and a woman is secure in their own selves, they realize I don't need to be more powerful. I don't need to be more powerful than you because I understand the masculine is as powerful as it can be. And the feminine energy is as powerful as it can be. But I need you to feel fulfilled on your inside. I need you to feel fulfilled within you. And when you are fulfilled within you, I'm good. I can be fulfilled within me. And if two fulfilled person comes together, Lord, you're talking about magic happens. Magic happens. It is very simple. All these days, all you hearing is roles. Who pays for what? Who pays this? Whose job it is? Cut that stuff out because it places too much resistance in your life. And you know what happens with resistance? You suffer. It's not flowing anymore. Let your mind free. See, too much information has clouded your judgment. How do you think judgment begin? With information. It's information that gives you judgment. Some of us have useless information, and with the useless information, we are taking it to label and to judge. And when you do this, when you use judgment from the information that you get, you suffer. Everybody that you come in life with suffer. Everybody that you touch suffer because nothing is pure anymore. Everything has to be so different and so deep when life itself is simple. When the grass grows without help. When the forest grows 300, 400 feet with no assistance. When the sun shines with nobody helping it. When the moon comes out. When the full moons happen. When the weeds grow. It's simple. It is being who it is. It is not labeling itself. It is not saying who it should or shouldn't be. The truth is, you don't know what you are, but you are trying to figure it out based on what a man does, what a woman does, and it makes us suffer. Stop. Hey, Aisha, how are you doing? Stop this stuff. It doesn't help you. So the feminine and the masculine energy, just because, as you can see in our life, in our world, in our society now, if you look in our society, if you look, if you look at our world, look, does feminine really mean woman? And does masculine really mean men? No. A man could have just as much. Let me say this. A man, you, you are not ready for this because you are going to be pissed off when I say this. You are going to be like, oh my God, no, that's not of God. A man can have just as much feminine energy as a woman. Lord have mercy. If they couldn't, they wouldn't have it now. And a woman can have just as much masculine energy as a man because the two are different. I think we are trying so hard to fit in these words. I'm a vegan, right? I'm a vegan. So you are trying to live up to this vegan standard. Somebody put out the standards, somebody put out the rule. You can't use honey, you can't use this, you can't use this, you can't. All I wanted to do was stop eating meat. Now I gotta stop eating this. I gotta stop drinking this because if I don't drink this, then I'm not vegan. Because then you shoot me from the country, you make me feel weird, you make me feel insecure. It's crap. That's what we are doing to the masculine and the feminine energy. Just because I say I'm a man, you expect me to act this way and talk this way and carry myself and be 6 foot tall. Everybody, the masculine energy. Hey, you keep telling me stop screaming. Can you get off of my page? Let me block you, okay? Let me block you because you annoying. Here you go, block. You keep telling me stop screaming. Can I scream? It's my mic. It hurting nobody. You know what I mean? I'm not hurting anyone, right? By my, I'm hurting you out. I'm hurting you out here. Turn your volume down. Oh, it's crazy, right? Stop, Mike. Can I just talk? I don't get angry. Lord. But seriously, man. Thank you, boy. Seriously. It's not screaming. I know, right? But listen, we and Miss Nads, we have to be secure in ourselves. We have to be secure in ourselves. We have to be secure in ourselves so that a woman can't tell me I'm too feminine. Because the moment that you think that I'm too feminine, I'm not even curious anymore. I'm not gonna change my feminine energy. My feminine energy makes me who I like. My listen, I ain't gonna lie. When you deny your feminine energy as a man, oh my God, what's going on, Mr. John? How we doing? How we doing? How we doing, brother? When you deny your feminine energy as a man, oh my God, the beauty in you leaves, don't it? See, that feminine, that feminine represents that beauty. Guess what? Each man and woman, there's a beauty about them. Don't you all find men beautiful? I mean, I don't really find men beautiful, but right, Miss Soul, I'm real. Don't you all think men are beautiful? You all do. I have more women in my life. I know you all do. I find women very beautiful. There's a beauty in each of us. But when you deny that feminine energy, that beauty leaves her, the understanding oh, alien pause, what's good with you, man? That energy, it's not attractive anymore. The man who was all into that control, and you know what though? We call things, we begin to listen. The problem is not label. You're back? Did they tell you that you can come? Okay. Mhm. We gotta stop, man. We gotta cut this out. Woman, there's a balance. Men, there's a balance. There's a balance. There's a balance. Imagine, what do you think masculine and feminine really means? What do you think they mean? The truth is, you can only go by what somebody is telling you. You can only go by what they are telling you. Back in the days, Mhm. back in the days, the masculine energy went out and we hunt. We had to face monkeys and chimps and bears and lion. And if you couldn't do it back then, you was masculine, right? And now I have never faced a grasshopper without running, without thinking what he's going to do to me. Some of us wouldn't fit. The majority of us masculine wouldn't fit back then. Masculine energy, we wouldn't fit. We wouldn't fit in that man number. Look at all those rites of passage. Come on now. Seriously. You think men had time to be depressed and all this stuff? Because back then it was survival. Back then it was hunting. Back then it was gathering. Back then it was killing. Back then it was getting the food for your family. Well, now you go, I'm a man. I go to a store. The woman go and get the gathering now. And yet I'm not, yet I think I'm masculine. Really? What sense does that make? I'm that masculine. Listen, you have to have that balance. That means you can do all things. You can do everything that you want to do without judgment. And you know who judge you? Yourself. Exactly, John Blake, for real. You know what stop you? Your own judgment. Ladies, you know what makes you feel, do you know what makes you not feminine? Let me tell you what. It's when you judge yourself. Because when you judge yourself, you don't understand that your body language changes. Do you understand this? When you begin to question and judge yourself, your body language changes. And when your body language change, that means that's a symptom of your confidence and your energy shifts. Become insecure. When you become insecure, it's not even about masculine or feminine. It's about unattractive. It's about unattractive because now your energy is not as peaceful. It's a lot of noise in it. You're uncertain. Hey, Kathy, it's a lot of anger and resentment, hatred. I hate doing this. I shouldn't do this, and you begin to resist. And that's what makes you unattractive. It's not your masculine energy. Because if a man comes to you because you're working, you're taking care of family, you're taking care of your home, when a man comes, if you can't lean a little bit on a man, what's the point? If I tell a woman, if I'm in a relationship with a woman, and this is just this right here. If I'm in a relationship with a woman and I'm still telling her that she's too masculine, it means the problem is she doesn't trust me. And if she doesn't trust me, maybe I have shown her a reason not to. Or maybe she just don't trust me to be whatever they say they are. Right? But the problem is I'm not putting forth enough effort so that she can relax. The truth is when we come together, we should both relax a bit. That's the whole point. I help you, you help me. Our relationship is going on a journey. I'm going this way. Where are you going? I'm going this way too. All right. Well, since you're going this way and I'm going this way, let's go together. That's all this shit is. I relate to you in a certain way. Since we're walking together, let's be a team. We're walking together, right? Let's be a team. Ain't that what we do in real life? Let's join together. And when we join together, I must lean on you and you must lean on me. I must trust you and you must trust me. And when trust happen, yeah, yes, that feminine energy is more relaxed. See, when trust happen, that feminine energy is the most relaxed. But the truth is, you're not gonna always be feminine. You're gonna be masculine, feminine. Listen, do your frequency always stay high? Some days it's high, some days it's low. Some days it's high. So why do we always think that we have to always be in that mood of that feminine and whatever you think? And many of us got it wrong. Many of us got it completely wrong because we think feminine means this. Feminine means that. We put in a whole bunch of meaning to God's energy. God say, huh? What God told you that His energy was? What God say? What God said? I ain't asking you what the Bible said. I'm asking you what God said. I ain't asking you what Paul said. I ain't asking you what John said. I ain't asking you what Matthew said. I'm asking you what God said. Not what Paul thought, not what Paul experienced in his time. I'm talking about what did God say his energy means. He never said what it meant. It's a duality of life. We both have both energies. Why do you deny yours? Hey, Sophina, how are you doing? Why must you deny yours? Be okay. From femininity off. Outdated. Exactly. Exactly. John, exactly. But this is the problem. Oh, it's a team. This is the problem. My masculine energy don't change when she comes. It can't. It's already what I have accepted. I don't become I don't become more masculine because a woman is there. No, I don't have to be. This is who I am. And you, if you waiting for a time to be feminine, you ain't got the point yet. If you are waiting for the time to be feminine, you ain't got the point either. Because it's already in you. It's already in your identification. You know, nobody calls you all day until you get on live. My phone ain't ring all day. Now that I'm live, my phone ringing. Why do people do that? You don't have to wait for a man to be in a relationship to be feminine. The problem is when we are single, we don't practice our full natural self. We don't practice properly. You know what we say? We say stupid stuff like I'm single, so I'm just being me. What does that even mean? What does being you really means? How can you be you when you are single and be you when you are in a relationship? How can you be you tomorrow and another you next day? What happened to discipline, standards? What happens to character? So many of us are not practicing who we say we are. Many of us are waiting until we meet the perfect person to practice to become the perfect person. So we are waiting to become the perfect masculine or the perfect feminine, whatever that means to you. I don't know what the hell that is. We are waiting for someone else to bring out that masculine or feminine energy. You are doing it wrong because you can do it when you are single. You can do it when you are alone because it's not a thing, it's a way of being. And feminine energy is not what you do or what you don't do. It's this being that you experience on the inside. Knowing that I must do, I must be able, I must learn, I must be alive, I must survive, I must live, I must put gas in my car, I must do this, I must go to work, or else the adult, this 2024, where everybody must work. If you don't do this, it's a way of life. It's not a thing that you do or what you don't do. You must be on the inside. Do you know? Can I say something? Something very important? Can I say something very important? Please? Without you all again mad at me for saying this? Check this out. Person who is at peace. That's facts, John. A person who is at peace learns to do everything. No matter what the person does, peace is still within. True or false? They do everything from peace, on the platform of peace, on the foundation of peace. True or false? Hey, Shametta, how you doing? True or false? A person who is not at peace, who is miserable, everything they do, misery is in there. True or false? No matter what they do, they have to do things just perfect so that it doesn't add misery to their already miserable life. So misery is all entangled in it. A person who is miserable, everything they do, the person eats. Person is hungry, she's miserable. Person eats, he's miserable. He take a shower, he's miserable. He's dirty, he's miserable. He needs food, he's miserable. He needs sex, he's miserable. He having sex is miserable. After sex, because it's the inside. It's not a physical thing. Exactly, Tasha. It's not a physical thing. So the masculine and feminine is not a physical thing. It's not. It's a life. It's a way of being. Now, some of us have more one than the other. Again, just because you're a man doesn't mean that you have more masculine energy than feminine energy. And I think that's what confuses us. So when we see a man be what we consider feminine, we think, oh my God, Jesus is coming soon. This just started. Jesus is coming soon. Really? So because we assume that men equal masculine. It's two different things. When we see a woman who's masculine, as we call it, masculine, oh, why do we get threatened? Why can't we just, why do we get threatened? If you, whatever you are, be it. Whatever you are, be it. It's about that balance. We have to find that balance, but the balance is within. The balance is within. So if you are at peace, if you are at peace, hey Samina, how you doing? Hey Melanie, if you are at peace, do you know if you're at peace, whatever you do in that thingy, peace come. No matter what happens, peace come. No matter who comes, peace is there. No matter who speaks, peace is there. No matter who comes and disturb you, peace is there. If you are feminine, no matter who comes, the feminine energy stays. No matter what happens, the feminine energy stays. No matter if somebody don't come, the feminine energy is there. If you have to wait on a man to be feminine, something is off. Hate the word narcissism, but that's literally is happening. Borderline, let me treat you like crap and you better stay there and let me do it. It's because people are using those energies. What's up, OC Cam? People are using those understanding of those energies to bring a whole bunch of information to people who don't know any better, and they are telling you on social media. You know, many of us. The truth is, we get most of our we get most of our information from social media. That's part of the truth. We get most of our information. Hey, Annie, from social media. Hey, Purposeful, how you doing? We get most of our listen, and most of it is not true. So, man, listen. Here's a self. Be in your feminine at all times, if you want, if that's what you choose. That means not what you do, but what be in the energy. In males, men, if that's what you choose, be in your masculine energy at all times. And the person who comes to your life will either keep it there, respect it, or it will start to fade, or it will start to be uh, threatened. And this is when you know, this don't make sense. It doesn't make sense. This when we know it doesn't make sense. We have to choose something. This is why we must practice. This is why we must practice a way of being. We must practice who we are. Hey, Mandy Reeves, this is why we must say, this is what I want, this is what I want to be, and begin to practice it. Practice being that, especially when you by yourself, practice being it, so that when the person comes to your life, see, do you know why? Do you know why? Hey, Soulful, do you know why we get so lost when we meet people? Is because we don't practice being anything specific. Hey, 2024, 2024, we don't practice being anything. We don't know what we want. We really don't know what we want. So we have no practice. So when somebody comes and give us a feeling, because now, we depend on the feeling that we get from someone else. Hey, Melita, we depend, our entire relationship depends on a shitty ass feeling that we get from somebody else because we don't practice the feeling beforehand. And when you get that feeling, you know what happens when you get that feeling? You know what happens when you get a feeling? You become attached to it, and therefore you become codependent on that person because the only way for the feeling to stay is for you to stay. So that person can threaten you, they can walk out on you, they can manipulate you, they can dangle the feeling in front of your face, and you because so that you must practice who you say that you are. And when somebody comes into your life, when somebody comes into your life, you can choose to keep and maintain what you have been practicing. And if you are forced to change your practice of what you want to be, this is when you know to leave. You ain't got to have no damn discernment in this point. You ain't got to have Jesus on your side. You ain't got to have knowledge. You ain't got to have all these things. What you must do is remember, if I want this and you telling me I shouldn't have it and you are trying to force it away, you are not for me. That's all it tells you. It's common sense. You ain't got to have no damn discernment to figure that out. It's just common sense. It's just common sense. This is why you must practice who you say you are. If you want to be masculine, practice. Part of my masculine that I choose to be, I choose to pay all my bills. If I have a woman, I'm paying all the bills in the house. It's what I want to practice. I do it now. It's what I want to practice. So when a woman comes in my life and she makes me feel like she's not worth it, it's not worth it, she is there, she's doing that, then I don't need her. I rather remove her and keep being who I'm practicing. Listen, this is what we must do. Listen, practice what you are. You shouldn't be conditioned. You see, some of you all are conditional. That mean your characters are conditional. See, some of y'all don't like to hear this. some of y'all, some of y'all don't like to hear this. Some of you are gonna hurt. Some of you are conditional people. You are just a conditioning person. You are like this when this happens, and you are like when this happens. See, you got to choose who you want to be. And when you choose who you want to be and stay firm to it, stop going leaning to the side, leaning, well, she's cute. She got a fat ass. So let me go against my practice for her. Hell no. No, it's a no for me. It's a no for me. It's a hell no for me. She got a fat ass and she's being, listen, practice. Practice being somebody. Practice what you want to be. Keep, again, I feel, I feel, I want to see myself at the full, the full masculine capacity. John, John, listen, listen. I want to see myself. Jamie is what are you talking about? And that's okay. You just gotta unlearn. That is true. I want to see myself at all times as my full masculine capacity. But my full masculine capacity is not me, not washing dishes or taking care of my kids or not bathing my daughter or my son. That doesn't have nothing to do with my masculine energy. That's facts, Jamie. And what I want to practice is this. We're grown man, paying all my bills, doing all these things, doing that, cut my debt out, remove debt, do this. Don't, be a stand-up man. Be a man of my words. Be this, be that, be this, be that. So whether I'm single or not, I'm in the same energy. And when I meet somebody, if I meet somebody, when I have somebody, I'm the same way. Nothing gotta change. Why do you have to change when you meet somebody? Makes no damn sense, does it? Why do you have to be feminine or more feminine or less masculine when you meet somebody? All you have to do is understand. Don't judge you for doing what you have to do. And when you, uh, listen, ladies, when you go to your gas, when you go to the gas station, right? And you get out of your car and you open your fuel door. And when you put that fuel handle in your car, this is the time to be grateful that you have a car. It's not time. It is not your time to be judgmental of you putting a damn hose into your car. It is about time that you begin to be grateful for having a car and having whatever you need to afford gas. And this is when you must do it in love and in peace. Because when you start doing those things in that energy, oh my God, what do you have a man? Hey, Sandy Sands, how you doing? When you have a man or a woman, oh, it's okay. I don't feel masculine. Why do you have to feel masculine when you do it? Why do I have to feel? I asked somebody today, why must I feel feminine Because I was washing dishes while as I was talking to her. I said, "Why must I feel feminine for washing dishes? That's social media garbage. This is social media trash that's making you feel worthless, making you feel insecure for living, make you feel." I spoke to a woman one day, just years ago, and I was talking to her, and this I couldn't do more. This is long, long, long time ago. And she tells me, "I hate pumping gas because it's so masculine. It turned me off." So you know what I do? I go to the guy and I act like a damsel in distress, and I have some guy pump it for me. Oh, turn off. That means you're not balanced. That means you are looking at your things, you are resisting your things, you are not doing what you need to do. So you're gonna always find problems. The problem is not about your energy, it's about your resistance. It's about your resistance to it. It's not about your energy that you carry. What's a butterfly? It's not about your energy. It's not about your feminine energy because right now I think it's unattractive. I think you are using that feminine to be powerful, meaning you are using it to be a power. It's not to be used to be a power, it's to be used so that you can feel complete. You can realize and recognize that you are a complete being. I don't use my masculine to manipulate or to overpower. I use my masculine so I can feel comfortable in who I am. I can rest in my energy. We have a problem. Houston, we have a problem. We have a problem. We have a problem. Hey, Opal, we have a problem. We don't understand the differences. We don't understand. We don't know. But I think we are learning things from social media and we are getting messed up every day. I have a lot of women. I am so masculine. I mean, my masculine energy. I mean, if you do things in love, if you do things in love and in gratitude, you will see that feminine comes out even stronger. But if you do things in resistance and attitude, see, not gratitude and attitude. If you do things in, if I wash dishes, if I wash dishes, why are we always here about toxic masculinity? Because it's it's one of those things on social media. Social media. Listen, somebody, it takes somebody to have a big following to say something. And when that person says it, everybody takes it and everybody just start to drag it. Everybody start to share it, and everybody start to act like they don't understand what it means. Everybody begin to speak it, and everybody begin to understand what the words mean. It just takes somebody with a little bit of power to put toxic masculinity, toxic femininity. The truth is, it's not the masculine energy that's toxic. There's no such thing as toxic. How do you intoxicate? Is that a word? Energy that's not yours. Yeah, Ricardo, I'm telling you, yeah. Yeah, Ricardo. How do you intoxicate? Is that the right word? By the way, I don't know. The energy that was here before you. You can't. There's no toxic masculinity. There's a man who doesn't understand his own energy. And there's a woman who doesn't understand her own energy. It's the thing. There's a man who does not understand who he is, and a woman who don't understand what she is. So we call it masculine energy and feminine energy that are toxic. It's not true. Yeah, this is what we do. This is what we do. And now people think it's a masculine energy. No, it's people with no understanding. Above all, we must seek understanding. If you do, if a man, if I'm washing dishes and I do it with resistance and I do it with anger, that could be considered toxic masculinity. But if I do it with grace, understanding, and love, it's a beautiful mixture of both. Can I do a woman's job, as you call it? Silly. Can I wash dishes? What's wrong with my hands? My hands are perfectly fine. Why can't I wash dishes? Why can't I do laundry? Why can't I fold clothes? Why can't I just do what I want to do? Why can't you pump gas? Your hands are not retarded. It's not handicapped. Why can't you work? You need money. You're single or not? I'm just saying we gotta stop this foolishness. Ladies and gentlemen, stop judging yourself. How do you stop this? Stop judging yourself. Stop judging what you do. Stop labeling what you do. Do it with grace. Thank you, Mommy Said. How are you doing? Thank you so much. Something inside that makes them exactly, John, exactly. Do all things with love and grace, and you'll see how it flows. If you, and I don't know why I keep saying pumping gas. It's just one of the things that I talk about. If you're gonna pump your gas, do it with grace, and see how you don't resist. See how you see. It's when you resist. It's when you are resisting. It seems like it's masculine energy. See, the masculine energy is not all the bad things that we say it is. And the feminine energy is not. You see, like how we say, men these days don't want to work. They're like females. They have the feminine. Is that feminine? That's not feminine. Exactly, Red. That's not. Well, men these days are like bitches. What does that even mean? They don't want to work, but women work. So what is that? What is that? I don't understand the concept. We are labeling the energies wrong. Women these days so masculine. They want to work. They want to yell at you and stuff. Well, that's not masculine. That's just disrespect. Why must we put a disrespect to the masculine energy? The masculine energy is as beautiful as the feminine. It's just one hand wash the other. It's just the balance. It's just who you are. It's just nature. It is just flows. When you have the masculine, and you know what, though, to be honest, if a man is not feminine, he cannot enjoy the woman. Hey, sugar, how you doing? Listen, how do I? This is gonna sound really ridiculous to many people. How do I appreciate you as a woman and I don't have no understanding of the feminine energy? But how do I understand feminine if I don't experience it on the inside? Come on, so let's talk about it. Because I think we get this mixed up. The only way, let me say this. John Blake, I want you to quote me on this, brother. This is gonna be crazy, right? How do I see love on the outside? How do I recognize love on the outside? How can I recognize love in you if I can't recognize it in me? Let's go deep. Y'all want to go deep? Let's go deep. It is impossible to recognize something on the outside that you have no idea of on the inside. Come on. Let's go. It is impossible to recognize something on the outside that I cannot understand on the inside. As within, so without. If I don't know it on the outside, inside, if I don't have it on the inside, if I don't experience it on the inside, if I don't recognize it on the inside, it's impossible to experience it or recognize it on the outside. The feminine energy, how can I know the feminine in you when I can't have it? Come on. Hey, Aisha. Come on. Come on. That means it must be in me to see it in you. I must recognize it on the inside. That means what? I must have it on the inside. Ain't that what it means? How can I recognize love in you when I don't know it in me? No, you are not getting it, huh? You are not feeling it, huh? You are not feeling it. you are you are you are not feeling it. Ah, I guess not. Maybe I'm just tripping. Ladies, how must you recognize the masculine in me if it's not in you? What's to recognize? You can't. We both have both energies. We have to. We have to. Why do you deny yours? Why do you fight yours? because some foolish person who don't recognize it on them don't see it in you. If I don't see me, I can't see you. I only see you how I see me. Why am I talking to a woman and saying, "Oh man, I need to stop being so masculine"? Why am I threatened by your masculine energy? Why? Why am I threatened by your masculine energy? I don't have it in me. I don't have enough. Mine is less than yours. Why am I threatened? Why am I with you if I don't like you? Seriously. You ever thought about it? Why? Hey, Jolie. Somebody said Church of Kirk and Christ. Somebody said Church of Kirk and Christ. That's hilarious. Oh my Lord. The church. I'm sorry, y'all. Y'all, I'm telling you, listen. We have to stop judging ourselves and what we do. Ladies, you know you're single. You know you gotta do what you gotta do. You know you gotta pump your gas, cook your food, work your job, take care of your kids. You know you gotta do what you gotta do. Why do you judge yourself? Why do you question it? The only reason why you feel like you are too masculine is because somebody's telling you and you are believing it. So therefore your energy is stuck. It's not that your masculine energy is bad. It's just that your resistance to it is bad. Does it make sense? It's not that your masculine energy is toxic or bad. It's your resistance to it. Is you are trying to force something. You are trying to force the feminine energy. You can't force it. The best way to experience the feminine is to relax. So let me teach you something. Hey, Annie. Exactly, right? Why do men treat women better than when they are nonchalant versus when they're, I don't know what you're talking about. Men don't treat women differently. Sometimes, just because we have an experience of something doesn't mean that it's a natural or normal or popular thing. Hey, Empress, just because we experience something with the people that we choose to be in our lives doesn't really mean that is a normal men thing. Is a men. Why do men? I don't know why do men. You gotta ask those two men who did it to you. I don't know. Those questions are difficult to answer because they're. Do you want? Can rule number one. Number one, all men ain't the same. Amen. Can we say amen? All men ain't the same. Say amen. Everybody say amen. Say all women ain't the same. I can't ask you why the woman this just because that woman that I chose last time did it. You probably have no idea what she meant, what she did, why she did it. I could ask you this, and you have no idea because you are nothing like this. People are based on a program that they are downloading because of what they see and what they are doing. Maybe their family, maybe they read it, maybe social media is teaching them, maybe it's not really anything. It's not true. It's not true. Hey, Miss Whitney. Because men, I don't understand why men do certain things. I don't know. I have to recognize it, I have to do it so that I can understand it. Now, the things that I have done in my life, I get it. But I don't know those things that these men be doing. I have no idea. None. I can't answer all those men question. Why do women do that? Who love my mother well and also a brother who loves his wife well. Exactly, right? Exactly. Yes, understands all men. We are all different. I've had the kind of the what's the word? The pleasure. Sometimes to go to different countries. Being in the military for 20 plus years, I've went to all different people, different countries, different continents, and I one of the things that you realize is that all men are different. You know, one of the things that you realize is all women are different. They're completely different. I've been to all different countries. I have traveled all different areas and lived, not just visit, lived. I have lived years in these countries. And when you have lived in these countries, you develop understanding. You develop understanding because you're not using this little city, this little country, this little one little state to identify and understand. You are using a broader, a wider perspective because you see everything is different. Everybody's different. Customs are different. Traditions are different. Lifestyle is different. It's just different. So all men and all women, I think the majority of us who say those things, are people who have never left. Cultural differences, facts. It's people who never left. Listen, travel. Yeah. Travel the world. Experience life. Go. Live. Explore. Your mind will open. Your mind will open. I'm telling you, your mind will open differently. It's a beautiful thing to be able to be free in all these other places. When you look at the masculine, I just left Estonia. I lived there for 2 years. If you are on Estonia, is a country that borders Russia. Okay, Estonia is a country that borders Russia. When you look at the men, how they are in Estonia, it's different from the US. It's different. I'm not going to say all men are different. I mean, all men are the same because the men in Estonia are completely different from the men in America. It's way different. The women also are different from American women. It's just different. Not that one is good or one is better. It's just they are different. They dress differently. They talk differently. Like when you in Estonia, you see when a couple go to eat at a restaurant, the men and the woman both pay. When a man and a woman go to a store as a couple, I'm talking about boyfriend and girlfriend, and this is my experience of Estonia. When they go to buy stuff, the man pay for his and the woman pay for hers. In America, if you do this, it's toxic, it's bad. This is why I like to remind you guys of nothing, of this one verse. The Bible says that nothing is unclean unto itself. Hey, Lady P, I haven't been to Australia yet. Nothing is unclean unto its own self. But for he that thinketh something is unclean, do not do it. But if your brother eats meat and you don't, let him eat. Ain't that what it says? Ain't that what it says? What's that? Romans chapter what? 7? I think 21 or ish. Is it chapter 7? It says, for he who believes that it is clean, don't partake of it, but do not offend your brother if he thinks it's clean. Listen, I want y'all to understand. All right. Because I think we missed this point. If it's not for you, leave it alone. Leave it. Don't listen. Let me explain something to you where we go wrong. Let me explain where we go wrong. Can I explain where we go wrong when it comes to dating? Can I explain? Go around different cultures and other countries. Yeah, Nia. Here's where we go wrong. We don't even know that we don't know what we're doing. We don't even understand this. Hey, Teresa, we don't even realize what we are doing. On social media, it's a lot of platforms talking about relationships. I don't really talk about relationships. It seems like I do, but I don't. I talk about energy. Hey, Ro, how you doing? Long time to see. I talk about energy. It's just that people want to hear about relationships. So I take energy and twist it into relationship energy. And I twist it back out, put it in spirituality, then put it in growth, then I put it in finances, then I put it here, and I put it there. It's just energy. It's just energy. It works the same way everywhere you go. It's energy. Here's where we go wrong. On social media, there's all these platforms, but most of the platforms, the majority of the platforms that I've seen, is just talking the negative aspect of relationship, the negative aspect of human beings, the negative aspect. And it's not negative, it's just one aspect. It's not negative, positive. It's just an aspect or perspective, a certain perspective of people, a certain psychology of people and how we think and how we do. And we put a spin on that. And now we speak on what we don't want so much. And when you speak on what you don't want so much, that's what you end up getting. Because the more you speak on something, thank you, Ro. Thank you, Teresa. The more you speak on something, it is the more you put focus on it. If it's not for you, don't talk about it. Let it be. Leave it alone. If these men, exactly, Shamara, if these men ain't for you, these specific groups of men, the men who cheat, the men who lie, the men who have wives and cheat, the men who this, leave it alone. Do you hear me? If that's not what you want in your life, leave it alone. Just like how you leave alone the pedophiles and the murderers, that's not what we speak of our day-to-day basis, so that you won't come face to face with them. Because the more you speak on something, you come face to face with it sooner or later. I promise you. I promise you. Because what you are doing, you are getting an energy, you are balling it up, and you are balling it up. And as you ball it up, that person recognize that ball. Because that's what you're talking about. And he said, who are you talking to me? Are you talking to me? Are you talking to me? So when you have these people that you can't stand, these groups of men and women, you say women are gold diggers and all they do is this and they want money and they want this and they're delusional. Then you go to the men. Men are this and the drama and they lie and cheat. Have you ever looked at someone for a long time and have a feeling and they look back directly at you because they know that you was talking to them in your mind, even though you was quiet? They look at you. Have you ever thought something great, beautiful about someone behind in front of you, and they look at you with a smile? They look back with a smile. You all no? Tell me that that happened to you. You never been thinking the most glorious thought about someone who is in front of you, and they look back and smile at you. Why? How? Because you call them. You interfere with their energy. You wake them up. You say, hey, I'm talking to you. See, you don't have to use your mouth to speak to somebody. Your energy does all the speaking. So when you, yes, listen, when you have all men, I can't believe men and men and men and men and women are this and women are gold diggers. You talking to them. They answer. They come to you. Hey, how you doing? My name is, my name is. And you're like, why do I keep attracting all these women who are gold diggers and all these men who are liars? And because you calling them, who else? Because you're not calling the righteous, so the righteous ain't listening. Come. Listen. When you call them by by their name, they listen. When somebody called you by your name, if they say Shamada, you say yes. If you say Opal, yes. If you say Olivia, yes. If you say Jocelyn, yes. If you say Sheena, yes. You answer. So if you say Judy, Judy will answer. If you say Kevin, Kevin will answer. But the names that you are calling them, hey, only one key. You call, listen, if you listen, I'm telling you, if you trying to talk about men who are this and men who are that, they answer you. They answer you. They come in your inbox. As a matter of fact, you realize that they can't. One thing that they can't do is they can't pass you by. They can't pass you by. Do you notice that? Why are you crying, Jamie? Seriously, they can't resist you. They can't resist you because you calling them. You and then when they come, you don't want them. When you see you playing a game that you don't even know that you're playing, and you say, "I don't play games." You are playing a game. You playing a game. You understand what I'm saying? You playing a game. You calling these men. You see these women talking about the same men, and now they are convinced. In the Bible says in the last days, men shall be convinced of their own sins, their own beliefs, their own thoughts. You should be convinced of it. Ain't that what the book said? Come on, you all don't remember, man. You all gonna make me look at. Y'all gonna make me look on stuff. You see, the problem is we don't know how to relate to the Bible. We don't know how to read. See, we think that the Bible is talking about only those who are saved. You're gonna be convinced and say when they say there is no God, so he's gonna be convinced because he's gonna believe his own lies. No, 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 no. That's not what it means. No, 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 no. That's not what it means. No, 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 no. It's not what it means. It means as you believe something, as you speak something, as you feel something, and think something, you become convinced of it. That's what it means. So when you are convinced in your own mind, yeah, yeah. See, you're why you don't feel me though? Like sometimes I be thinking that when I bring up these these scriptures, I'll be looking at me like that's not what it means. Tell me what it means. Tell me what it means. You don't know. See, we don't know how to relate to these scriptures, and this is why we are effing it up. That's why we are. That's why now the scriptures and our lives don't go hand in hand. That's why the scriptures and our life, hmm, boy, this don't look the same. Oh shoot! I mean, I like. I mean, I know what it says, but my life, my life don't say it. My life don't reflect it. Who comes into my life? And instead of understanding, it's not matching. We use an excuse. Well, God is showing me something, and God want me to go here, and God want me to experience this, and God, it's not aligned. It's not an alignment. It's not an alignment. It's not in alignment to the word. Yet you say that you believe the word, but the life that you live, you have no control of it. It doesn't make sense. We are too separate. Yeah. I have followed you for quite a few years and I am so grateful and so blessed. Thank you so much, Jamie. Thank you so much. That means a lot to me. Thank you. Thank you. We are, Nicole. We really are. You have to be in alignment with whatever you believe. And to be in alignment to whatever you believe, you have to throw away your feelings sometimes. Take your feelings and throw it away. And I feel this, but this is the truth. Listen, how do you how do you find somebody who is for you? My feelings and my truth. It must go. I must put them together. Let me feel the truth. I don't want to feel you. I want to feel the truth. You, you're, you're not feeling me. Huh? There's a feeling and there's a truth. And oftentimes they are completely separate. Oftentimes they are not in alignment. We feel, I want this, but the truth says don't do it. Allow your truth and your feelings to coexist at the same time and begin to feel the truth. When you begin to feel the truth, because the truth is a vibration, the truth is a vibration. It's a vibration. The truth rings in your body. When you hear the truth, you shall know the truth because the truth will set you free. See, you don't have to always feel the emotions of it, but you feel the truth. It rings separately, not based on your emotions, but this makes sense. It just makes sense. Don't it just make? I can't even. I was trying to. I was trying to. It said I was trying to deny this, but I can't. Lord mercy. Listen, I'm telling you. Woo! I was trying to deny it. I was trying to lie to myself. I can't lie to myself. I can't lie to myself anymore because it just has something that it carries. You have to align the truth with your feelings. Stop having them so separately because you live a double life. Because your feelings want this and the truth asks for this. Focus on the truth. Focus on the truth. It's a Cornelian. Focus on the truth. When you know, hey, I'm talking to a guy, right? I get it a lot. If I'm talking to a guy and he disappears and he comes back 3 days later, and then he comes again and disappears again, and he calls me for sex, what should I do? Because I like him a lot. Well, what does the truth tells you? Well, I know the truth is that I don't like you. And then you start to make up, hey, ladies, you start to make up excuses. Well, maybe, it's how he was raised. His daddy did the same to his mom. So I guess that's what, you know, what's a balance? And it'll take every, ain't that what you all do? Come on now. Be honest. Ain't that what you all do? Come up with some ridiculous self lie so that you can stay and experience the feeling because because the feeling feels good. The feeling feels good. But nobody feels it like I do. Nobody feels it like you do. How does the song go again? I totally forgot how it goes. Now that I'm singing it. Twin. Still, man. Twin. Oh. And nobody, because nobody makes you feel. Nobody could make me. I had. I ain't gonna lie, man. Listen, I ain't gonna lie. Listen, where, where I have pressure. Hey, man. I ain't gonna lie. I've had. Listen, listen. My past, shit, shoot. My past was a joke, man. I did some things in my past. That's why I'm not easily tempted now. You know what I mean? When you had a tumultuous, is that a word? Pass. I've done a lot. I've it's not that I'm bragging. I'm not ashamed of it, but it didn't benefit me. But I benefit because I found knowledge and truth. But Lord, oh Lord, you're talking about the most insecure man you ever met in your life. Because I began a drug. It began to be a drug. I needed it for my ego. I needed it for survival. It becomes a drug now. That stuff is toxic. Not woman, but the need for different women at different times at the same time. Lord, but I've had women give me the feeling that I've never felt before, but it wasn't it. I've felt some feelings that I have never felt by no other woman, but I knew this wasn't it. No, ma'am, no, that feeling is toxic. That feeling is a little too much. Let me this is gonna make me. I remember one time, man. Listen, I'm telling you all some true story. I know you all don't like me talking like this because you all think I'm something that I'm not. Because I'm not anything. I'm not what you all think I am. By the way, I'm just a man who practice what I preach. Now, because I'm in my days. Listen, I remember I met this lady and she did some things to me. Oh, I screamed. You hear me? My toes, fingernails. My fingernails came off in that experience and it came back on. All 11 of my fingernails came off. My soul, my soul says yes. Listen, oh my God, I don't know what she was doing, but when I was like, what are you doing? I don't understand. When you gotta stop somebody and say, wait, hold on, wait. I don't know what you're doing. Why are you doing this? And then the worst thing is when you start making, you know, involuntary involuntary voice sounds. I don't like making involuntary sounds because when it comes out, it doesn't sound too masculine. Oh, yeah, yeah. God, listen. When you start to make involuntary sound, something is no. We gotta stop. We gotta stop. This is demonic. This is demonic. I don't feel good anymore. I mean, I feel good, but something is. This is too. What? Should I? You okay? Listen, man. But those experiences, it clouds your judgment. It clouds your truth because the feeling feels so good that you want to keep going back, and you want to go back, and you want to go back, and you want to go back. Next thing you know, you're in a relationship. How did I get in this relationship? I wasn't. We were together. Okay, we're together now. God damn. What you want me to do? You want? Okay, okay. Oh, but I didn't want to be in a relationship. Okay, I'm in now. Because those things cloud your judgment. Hold on, I just had a flashback. Oh, telling you, this is why now in this 40 years and older, you know, in this 40 years and older, now I'm like, hey, that feel. I'm not really in tune with I'm in tune with my feelings, but not in the same way. Now my feelings are no longer my master. My feelings are no longer my master because it doesn't because my master sometimes that feeling that master says it gives you commands and the command don't bring you peace or happiness or joy. It brings you more chaos. So you have to question, what am I doing? Does this make sense? No, then it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Exactly, Purple Butterfly. It doesn't matter what the feelings say. If it doesn't bring you freedom and peace, listen, some of you are right now are in your feelings. And since you are so deep in your feelings and you always obey your feelings, you can't break free from them. So therefore, I know it makes sense. I know what makes sense. I know what's the right thing to do. Come on. What's up, Jason? How are we doing, brother? Seriously, I know what's the right thing to do. So, Black Butterfly, the feelings. Feelings! I can't help this feeling. These feelings are strong. Fine. Facts, Olivia. I challenge you. I challenge you. I seriously challenge you to stop obeying your feelings. I challenge you to stop obeying your feelings. I challenge you to not allow the mastery of your feelings to get the best of you. I challenge you, above all things, seek understanding, not feelings. See, the book didn't say seek feelings, it says seek understanding. And you know what? Do you know what's the best things to understand? You know what? The one thing that you must understand? Do you know what's the one thing that you must understand? And if you do not understand this one thing, you will not understand anything at all. The one thing that you must understand is yourself. You. You. Facts. You must understand you. If you understand you, everything in the universe makes sense. If you understand you, everything in this God's green earth makes sense. Because you are the one who processes every information. You are the one who processes your sight. what you hear, what you smell, you process them on your inside. You have to have a functioning inside to understand the outside. If you don't understand you, then you cannot know anything else. There's nothing else to know. The only one thing that you must know is you. When you begin to understand you begin to solve your own problems. A matter of fact, when you begin to understand you realize that there's no problems. When you begin to understand you realize that there's no problems. Just resistance many times. Resisting the truth. Resistance of somebody don't like us. Resisting some an idea. Resisting somebody leaving. Resisting somebody coming. Resisting something changing. Resisting something new. Resistance in new life. If you stop resisting, life will reveal its mysteries to you. You know, come on here when I speak, and people are like, Kirk, you put things in such a way. And I'm like, no, I just understand me. Understanding of self, a deeper understanding of self. Book. I can't give you a specific book to give you a deeper understanding of self. You know, I give the same books pretty much every single time, but I would say one great book to understand yourself more is one of the books that I read and I loved. One of my top 10 books. Give me a second. Is where's my books? Hmm. Oh, shoot, somebody took my book. Man. Give me a second. I know I have it somewhere here, but I can't find it, sir. You know what? Let's go with this one because this one. I don't know where the book is. Like, what? Somebody just came on my book. I love this one. The Voice of Knowledge. The Voice of Knowledge. What's up, Gerald? How you doing? The Voice of Knowledge is a beautiful book. It's by Don Miguel Ruiz. But one of the best books that he written is called The Mastery of Self. The Mastery of Self. But I love this book too. Um, the Voice of Knowledge by Don Miguel Ruiz. That's a beautiful one. So it's a very beautiful, but it's more of knowledge within life. All my books are brand new. I read them online and then I buy them so I can have the hard copy. Man, I'm good, Gerald. It's good to see you, man. Folks confuse feelings with love. They sure do. His books. Yeah, they are very good, man. They are very good. Something missing, and it's the truth missing. Yeah, Cinder, for real. Another things, is listen. We have to understand, man. Seek understanding. You know, the book above all, seek understanding. I mean, it rings truth, man. Without understanding, what do you have? You can't have a good relationship. You can't have good diet. You can't because you don't know how. The point of understanding is also relationship. Hey, Bryce, is about relationship. And what is relationship? The way how you relate to all things. Relationship. It's not just with people, to food, to your thoughts, to your feelings, to the truth. It's all about how you relate. And then when you understand relationship, the one that you have with yourself, you can relate to someone else differently. If you learn how to relate to yourself, And by understanding yourself, if you learn how to relate to yourself, don't take things personal. Don't take this. Don't do this. Don't pay attention. If you learn to relate with yourself, your relationship, the truth. See, to be honest, all our relationships ain't bad. We have some beautiful ones, but we don't know how to regulate our emotions. We don't know how to regulate our feelings. We don't know how to regulate our ego, our actions, our behavior. So therefore, we think every damn thing is this means that. If you seek understanding, if you seek understanding, the way how you relate to yourself will change. Because if you seek understanding, you won't be talking about I'm on a self-love journey. Journey. What journey? What journey is that? Journey is self-love journey. What journey is that? Number one, forgive them. Number two, you ain't got to forgive yourself. It's a part of growth. Grow up. Grab your balls and realize that this shit happens. You hear me? What you trying to forgive yourself for? A baby don't forgive themselves when they fall for trying to walk, for not knowing better, for not knowing 2 plus 2. They don't have to forgive themselves. Why do you feel like you have to forgive your damn selves? For what? I'm still trying to forgive myself. That's the problem. You are trying to forgive yourself and you should stop because you did nothing wrong. Because the truth is, when you know the truth, you shall be set free. But you heard the truth, you still didn't know it. See, because you are heard the truth before, you think that you knew it. Just because somebody told you the truth and it makes sense to you, you think that you knew it. The only way, the, o- the only way to know the truth is to experience it. And damn it, when you know you experience it, now you know. You thinking, you feeling, your mom told you, your dad told you, somebody told you, you still don't know it. If I told you a story, how sure can you be of it? You have to understand. If I tell you a story, if I say I see your man or your woman at Walmart, do you know that for a fact? That he's at Walmart? Do you know that for a fact? Then you can believe me. And you can call him, where you at? Huh? Negro, where you at? You still don't know. So you have to ask. You have to ask first. Where you at? You don't know. So it's not the truth. It's an assumption. It sounds good. Well, that makes sense because I saw him driving that way. But do you still know he's at Walmart? You still don't know. I see her driving. I remember she was going that way towards Walmart. But do you know? You still don't know. Listen, I don't care. Stop trying to forgive yourself and recognize. Stop flattering your damn self. You thought that you knew, huh? You thought that you should know, huh? I should know better. Go ahead. Beat yourself up. See if it works. Number one, forgive. When you forgive, that releases a lot of things. When you forgive, that takes a whole lot of other bunch of dirty, stinky energy away. When you learn to forgive the resentment, the anger, the fear, insecurities, because with forgiveness comes a certain amount of understanding. It's not my burden. Forgiveness says, it's not my burden. Hey, V. Jones, it's not my burdens anymore. It doesn't take strength. It takes awareness. It's not strength. It's not strength it takes. People, I promise you, there is not one that was made strong and the other not strong. There was not one of us that was made strong and someone who was made weak. It's just that we were born. And on our journey, some stayed asleep and some was awakened. Just like those 10 bridesmaids. 5 were sleeping and 5 had their candles lit, waiting for the bridegroom to come, or the groom, the bridegroom, or whoever they were waiting for. And as they wait, their candles was lit. They was aware. They were paying attention. They was completely conscious. They knew what was happening around them. It wasn't about feelings because they was wide awake. It was about they was open and they was aware. There is none who is weak. It doesn't take strength, it takes understanding and it takes awareness. That's it. That's it. Please don't walk around here thinking that you are weak. Rosette say, I can't forgive him. I'm still very hurt. That is your choice. See, when you understand that forgiveness is a choice, you won't use can't anymore. See, the reason why we are using can't is because we assume that something it just happened to certain of us. Forgiveness happens when you understand what it's doing to you. Above all, seek understanding. What is holding that energy doing for you? It's making you feel hurt. It's making you feel weird. It's making you feel insecure. It's making you feel sick. It's making you feel sorry. It's making you feel terrible. And yet you are still holding on to unforgiveness. It makes no sense. Hey, Becky, it makes no sense. We know what we are doing, but the feeling has override the logics. The feeling has override the logics. If you know holding something makes you feel sick, makes you become a victim, makes you feel sad and lonely. Sandy Sons, welcome back. Make you feel insecure, make you carry somebody's burden. Understanding will tell you, hey, that's not my burden to carry. It's not my pain to carry anymore. It's not my suffering anymore to carry. I didn't do anything wrong. What did you do wrong? Sometimes the only one thing that you did wrong was that you stayed too long. Sometimes the only one thing that you did wrong was that you stayed in a place too long. That's it. That's it. So I don't understand why we say, I can't forgive because it hurt too much. When this is your reason to forgive, so the pain will subside, the pain will stop. If you carry the fire will burn you. And until you carry it, it burns even longer. Thank you, Moore. You have a beautiful day too. It burns for the longer you carry it, the longer it burns. How can you carry fire and hope that it stop burning? That's what happens when you carry when you carry unforgiveness. It burns as long as you carry it. Understanding is the key. Understanding is the key. That's what it is. Above all, seek understanding. And you know what? To be honest, Kathy, you know what? It's not that it's hard. Let's talk real. And I get what you mean when it says hard. It can be hard when you are attached to an idea. It's not forgiveness that's hard. It's the attachment to an idea that's hard. It's to be unattached, to detach. That's what's hard. Forgiveness isn't hard. You are attached to an idea or to a lie. You hear me? When you are attached to a lie, that's what happens. The lie carries a very low frequency, a very low vibration. So when you are attached to it, guess what? When you are attached to the low vibration of the lie, you sync with it because the lie is the low vibration. So when you attach to it, you know for a fact it has to go down and it goes down. Listen, I want you to understand if you are attached to a spaceship, if you attach yourself to a spaceship, you know for a fact the spaceship is going up. So you will go up with it. It will go into space and you will go in the air and you will be in space and in the moon. And if you attach yourself to a lie, you know for a fact, and if you didn't know, I tell you right now, the lie carries a low vibration. That's why when someone lied to you, don't you feel it in your spirit? Come on, you all know what I'm talking about. Hey, Flojo, you all know what I'm talking about. When somebody lying to you, your emotions, your feelings, your body changes. You feel the low vibration. You take it, and when they begin to lie, their words become extra. Hey, Colleen, and you feel your vibration goes low. So you think I'm stupid. I think you think I'm stupid. I think you insulted me with your life because you really feel a lower vibration. You literally, your vibration drops. Don't it do? Seriously, it drops. I mean, this is how energy works. Whatever you are attached to, listen, let this be a lesson. Whatever you are attached to, you're going to see where your vibration goes. If your vibration goes up, the energy is inspiring. If your energy goes down, you got to question, what am I attached to? It is not that it's hard to forgive. It's not that it takes strength. It's not nothing at all. It's that you are attached to something that's moving you. That's all it is. That's all it is. Right, Sheena, I'm telling you. That's all it is. So this is why we must understand. So when we have that understanding, we must now. I have to forgive you because that's my only detachment. Yeah. I have to forgive you because when I forgive, that's how I detach. If I don't forgive, that's how I attach. See, forgiveness says detach. That's what it means, you know. you are, you know what else means detachment? How to deal with your family member that lies a lot, but they have to live with you. Let them lie. It affects them, not you. You know, we hate when people do certain things because we think that is about us. It's about them. It's their life. They choose to lie. It's their lie. So we think that we have to deal with anything. We don't have to. You know they're lying. What do you want to prove? Do you want them to stop lying so that you can feel better, so that you can manage your own energy better, so that you can manage your better? You know, sometimes the way how we practice is to be in the midst of fight, be in the midst of the struggle, be in the because we're not going to ever leave trouble. We're not going to ever leave be in a world where things don't happen. Hey, Tabby, we are never. Thank you, Tabby. Thank you so much. We are never going to be in a place where everything around us is 100. Nothing. We never. So you must understand. It takes some. It's just just like relationships. Some people come with baggage. Some comes with something. Some comes with that. It's understanding. Can I deal with their baggage? It doesn't mean that just because they have baggage, they're bad. They're the wrong one for you. Everybody has their baggage. And everybody don't know how to deal with their baggage yet. And sometimes you can create a space that assists them in dealing with their baggage. You don't have to do it for them, but sometimes you know what love says. Love says, you know what? Let me provide a space. You know what else? Think about what I was saying. You know what else deals with detachment? To be honest, love. You know what keeps you attached? Anger, hate, resentment, bitterness. That keeps you attached. Somebody, I don't know, right? I don't know. It's a good question. That's what keep. We think to detach, we have to stop loving. No, to detach, you must love. To attach, you must hate, anger, misery, frustrated, confused. That keeps us attached. That's what it does. We get it backwards. If you want to truly detach, forgive and love. Like you notice that when you forgive somebody, I wipe my hands. Hey, Leah, you be free to do whatever you want. I am no longer suffering for your choices. I am no longer suffering for your actions and your behavior. I wipe my hands. I forgive you. But if I don't forgive you every day, every minute, when you move on, when you do this, you carry me with you. That's why many of us are still checking people's Facebook pages, they have this pages, because we haven't forgiven, we haven't released. They're carrying us everywhere they're going. They're dragging us. If you don't let go, you will be dragged. When I'm single, I flourish and get things done. If you can only get things done when you are single, it's a beautiful thing. If you can't function with around people who you are meant to be around, something is off. It's a balance. We have to balance. If you can only flourish and thrive and strive around by yourself, but nobody's around, you're gonna have issues. I think these 2023, 2024, we have separated ourselves and segregated ourselves. And we have put ourselves. Men don't distract you. You are distracted. It's not men. Men do not distract you. No such thing. If men see, I thought once that women distract me, but I realized I was just distracted and blaming it on women. I chose my distraction. You see, a person who is angry will choose what they're angry about. Their wife or their husband will be their biggest stressor. They will pick a wife, a husband, or their child to make them angry. You choose your biggest anger source. If men is your source of distraction, it's because you are distracted and you want the men to do it. You are choosing men to be the source of your distraction. The truth is, this is an internal experience. Everything that you experience is internal. There's nothing on the outside. If something disturbs you on your outside, listen, again, this is my favorite quote. If there is no enemy within, the enemy outside can do no harm. If there is no enemy within, the enemy outside can do no harm. Let me say it one more time. If there is no enemy within, you get the part? The enemy outside is powerless. So if you are distracted, you're going to be distracted. If you are peaceful, you're going to be peaceful. If you are kind, you're going to be kind. If you have love, you're going to have love. There's no separate you. As within, so without. We have to understand we can't blame people for our suffering or how we choose to suffer. This is our biggest issue. We keep blaming people for our suffering. It's because of him, it's because of her. If you cannot function, what's up, Troy Mella? How you doing, Mella? How you doing? How you doing? How you doing? It's good to see you. Telling you, we blame everybody else for our own suffering. You can't keep doing that because you suffer even more. It's nobody else. If you can only thrive when you're alone, when when there's 8 more billion people on this planet, something is off. You're gonna be with people. Life is about relationships. And first, you must perfect the one with yourself. But it's very hard to perfect the one with yourself when you by yourself. You know, when you by yourself, it's not easy to perfect it's easier to perfect the one with yourself with someone else. Do you know that? It is easier to perfect the relationship with yourself when somebody else is in the picture because you begin to see the mirror. Ask Jenny. You begin to see the connection. You begin to see what makes you feel this, what makes you feel that. You begin to see your trauma. You begin to see your childhood. You begin to see how you feel, your issues. You begin to see every damn thing. It's just what we are. That's why God put all of us here. Everybody. Figure this shit out. Look at yourself through his eyes. Then look at yourself through her eyes. Then look at yourself through his eyes. So I'm gonna send you to I'm gonna send you to everybody so that you can see a different version of you. Pick one that you enjoy and stay around those people. That's what it means. I'm gonna listen. Everybody will see a different version of you at first. Then as you tweak and 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 tweak, and finally you tweak. I like this. Oh my God, I like this. Exactly, Tremella. Exactly. Exactly. That's why we connect. But everybody who you are sent to, and you know who you are sent to? The ones that give you the strongest reactions. Tweak you. Exactly. Tweak and tweak. You tweak and tweak and tweak. And damn, you see anger? Do I see anger? Damn, I see anger. Shit. Shoot, dude. You saw me not caring about what people think? Oh, you don't think I care about people? Let me see. Let me pay attention. Damn, I really don't care. You think I'm mean when I speak to people? You think I'm condescending? Let me see for myself. I'm condescending. Tweak. Let me respect you. You think I talk to you with a disrespectful voice? You think that's what I do? Yes, that's what you do all the time. Thank you. I do. Because a lot of things we don't see. We don't see a lot of things. We don't see a lot of things. There's so much things that we don't see because we are the one who are used to it. We do it all the time. We've been doing it. We don't see it no more. And then so we go to that person and that person and that person. And finally, I like you. I like you. Listen, let me tell you something, right? One thing that I realized, man, in social media, if everybody likes you, you're doing something wrong. No, it's not true. It's not true. If you don't like me, I'm surprised. Seriously. Yeah, very true. If you don't like me, I'm surprised. You don't like me? Damn. Now, at my stage, no, no, no. Don't get me wrong. I'm not in no higher stage. But if you don't like me, I'm surprised. If you don't like me, damn. I mean, I'm not mad and I'm not seeking for you to like me. But when I talk to you, I ain't gonna judge you. I don't have to feel like I'm proving a point. I don't have to feel like I have to have an answer for everything. Listen, you think that's what it is? Hey, you're right. I understand. And when you become understanding, and it's not understanding. See, when I speak to you, it's not to disagree with you or to agree with you. It's for me to hear from what you were saying because what you're saying is the truth. You lived it, so it must be the truth. So right there, you don't see any resistance. I'm not resisting your truth. I'm not questioning your truth. Listening. Uh, Makes sense. And I'm not fake with it because I don't know. See, now if I knew, I'll be the problem. But I don't know. And I'm okay with not knowing because I have no idea. To be honest, what do I know? Not a damn thing. But I know me. And what I know about me is that I'm just like you. I am you. And you are I. We are the same. We are the same energy. So therefore, if I know me, ain't no difference. If my back hurts and your back hurts, and I know why my back hurts, I can know why your back hurts. If I keep getting headaches and you keep getting headaches, if I figure out my source, I know what's your source. And listen, we all the same energy. We all the same line of energy. I know we think I'm made from a different cloth. I'm cut from a different. No, we're not. We're not. We just think things differently. We just been through the same things in a different way. That's all. We've been through the same. We've been through different experiences, but the same damn thing. Same. I'm cut from a different cloth. No, you're not. You cut from the same cloth. We all the same. I shouldn't be here. I shouldn't live in this generation. Yes, you should. You belong right here because you're not special. And if you're special, we all are special. If you were king and you were king and you were king and you were queen and you were queen and you were queen, you are still common people. We are all common. If we all are kings or we all are queens, we are still common. Stop looking to be different. Stop. Stop it. Your difference is your ego. Your difference is your ego. That's all it is. Check yourself. Don't be flattered. You're trying too hard to be different. It F's with you. You don't have to be different. Let people be. Recognize your suffering in people. Recognize the way how they speak, how you suffer. Recognize the way how they live their life, the way you suffer. Recognize the thing that you say that makes you suffer. Recognize that people life makes you suffer. And when you learn what people are doing with and they make you suffer, I'm the one who will not, you're the one who is not free, not them. If they are speaking a certain way and you suffer by their speech, you are the one who's not free, not them. They are perfectly fine. You don't agree with them, that's your business. But you are the one suffering and suffering now. Stop telling people what they should or shouldn't be. Let them be. And when they are done being that way, they will. On their time, on God's time. It's not your time. It ain't your business. That's why we suffer. That's why we suffer. You want to stop suffering? Let people live their life. Can I practice my energy with family and friends and please pause on attempts to date? You can. It's not about dating. Don't try to date. Don't look for a partner. Don't look for anything. Be everything. Be the partner. Be the love that you seek. Be the peace that you look for. Be the energy that you want, and it comes to you. All you have to do is be. Be still. Just be. You are a human being. A matter of fact, let me tell you this. You are a master of being because you are a human being. You already master the art of being. You just don't know. You just resist what you are. If you learn to just be, then attracting is very natural. If you learn the art, if you actually realize that what you attract is your energy, is what you are, you will change it seriously to attract what you want. If you just realize in you being this is what you attract that, then when you accept that, you learn to tweak your energy to attract something different. That's all it is. But you are a master of being. You are a human being, you. And you are choosing that you think that you are is what you are choosing. That's not, listen, it's not you for real. It's just what you're doing. Your being. You can be whatever you want to be, but understand in your being, you attract you attract whatever energy that you are. You want money to come to you? You want money to come to you? Be the energy of money. Be it. It come. But you know when it comes, I have to learn this. Money. I think this was my one of my hardest ones, my most difficult ones, because I think we think money is different from anything else. We think money is different. We think love and money is different. We think money from relationship is different. We think money is different from family. We think money is different from anger. We think money, understand money is just a part of, because it's not just the paper money, it's the energy. Money is energy. That's all it is. If you want it, be it. If you be it, you must attract it. But what are you being is the question. Facts, Donna. What are you being? That's the question. You can't be something that you don't like and then attract something that you love. It doesn't work. What's up, Arabian Queen? You can't be something that you hate and attract what you love. It doesn't work that way. But a being is what you are. I think we keep saying that we are humans, that we forget that we are beings. Hey, Lisa, I think we keep hearing that we are humans and we forget that we are beings. I think that's our problem. We forget that we are beings. Capital B, EING. That's what you are, a being. If you understand that you are that, why can't you be what you want to be? Why can't you be whatever you want to be in? Why can't you be in anything? Why can't you attract anything? Why is your life not fulfilled when you are a being, when you can be fulfilled? Why can't you be this or that? The thing is, you can, but you was never taught how to be. Hey, Toba, artist, how you doing? And when you was never taught to be is okay. You're trying to seek other things to make you feel. See, you all don't want to be, you all want to feel. So is it a problem if we dislike the way someone else is and doesn't align? Why do you give energy to it? Why do we give energy to it? Olivia, you have a beautiful day too. Thank you so much. Why do you give energy to what you don't like? You know what you don't like and what you like, you give the same energy to it. How do I be money? I don't care what it is. Family, friends, kids. It's not your place to like or dislike. It's really not your place to like or dislike. Do you know what suffers us the most? Likes and dislikes. Do you all know that? See, what you dislike, you resist, and what you like, you attach. What you dislike, you resist the most, and what you resist, you attract. What you like the most, you attach, and therefore you can't attract anything different. Do you understand this? Do you get the point? Don't waste time liking or disliking. It's not your place. Waste Use your energy to observe, not to like or dislike, just to observe. Hmm, that's a plum. That's an apple. Don't try to define what an apple is. Don't try to understand the apple. Don't try to understand. You understand the apple when you consume it. See, when you bite the apple, you understand it. Hmm. You are thinking about different understanding. When you bite the apple, you can never understand the apple until you consume the apple. And you see what it does to your body, how it does to your body, how it makes you feel, how it makes your energy flow, how it brings you. You cannot understand until you consume it. It's impossible. You cannot understand something outside of you. You can't until you bring it in. It's when you understand it. Because this being, this vessel, is your vessel of understanding. When something hits it, you know, oh, this feels good. Oh, this don't feel too good. Oh, this is my son, I'm feeling. This is my daughter, I'm feeling. This is my daughter's voice, I'm hearing. This is the cry. You have to consume it first. It has to hit you. And only then. If somebody is screaming outside and you can't hear it, you don't understand. You don't know who's that. But it's when it hits your spirit, you understand. Oh, that's my daughter crying. Are you okay? Nothing makes sense outside of you. Let people be in peace. Whether it's your family, your loved ones, your hated ones, let people be. Please let people be. Set them free so that they can be set free to be whoever they want to be. As you set yourself free to be who you want to be. But you can't be who you want to be while you attach to how somebody makes you feel. You cannot be free if you are attached to how somebody makes you feel. Let me say that again. You cannot be free if you are still attached to how somebody make you feel every time you see them, hear them, touch them. Yeah, that's suffering. And we have learned to master suffering so much that we suffer just so easily. We suffer just like that. We suffer. I'm a sufferer. I just suffer. I hate to see you. Oh, you're so ugly. Oh, this is don't look good. Just don't. That's suffering. We don't even know because we do it so often. We don't recognize the suffering. We don't recognize the suffering in it. It's taking energy away from you. It's taking time away. It's taking things that you need. Imagine if we take the energy from all those things that we focus on and place it back on us. Who would we be? What would you do? What don't you get 12 veils? Which part don't you get? Do you understand what I'm saying? Exactly, Kay. Do you get what I'm saying? Am I am I bringing confusion? Because I don't like confusion. I don't do confusion that much. Lisa said yes. Okay, good. Thank you, Toba. Thank you so much for the gifts. Okay, so you got what I'm saying. Listen, set yourself free, man. Set yourself free, because ain't nothing else that's worth it. Okay, good. Spencer says she does. Okay, or he or she does. So I'm good. So okay, so I'm not confusing. Okay, good. Thank you, Sucker Queen. Okay, cool. So then I don't know how else to say it because, I can't speak in ways. I can't complicate. I don't like to complicate things. Don't hold. Right? Good, good. So listen, I gotta go. This is my time. It's 6 p.m. I gotta cook. I gotta experience my feminine energy. Hey, Jamisha, I have to go do my feminine energy work, as you all call it. Remember, this whole thing was about masculine and feminine energy. And I went off on something else that didn't even pertain to that. Listen, let me go. Peace and blessings, brother. Peace and blessings. How can I attract something I haven't experienced? For example, riches. Ah, that's what you don't understand. How can I attract something that I haven't experienced? You don't have to experience something to attract it. You don't have to experience something. Okay. How can you attract? Let me explain you. How can you attract something that you haven't experienced? Okay, let me ask you a question. Have you ever seen a movie? Let's say a scary movie or a movie of someone doing something scary or somebody dying or somebody suffering or somebody being abused. Have you ever seen a movie and as you watch the movie, your emotions are out of you, your emotions are evoked, your emotions are like your emotions are strong about it now. Now you have the strong fear of being abused or being sexually abused or so you begin to walk carefully and try and then bam, when you carry the energy, you attract it. That's what happens. You don't have to experience something to know how to experience it or to attract it. If you carry the energy from it, we have to understand. Many of us right now, the reason why we are struggling with anxiety and depression is not even from things that we experience on our own selves. We experience these things from social media, from friends, from family, from people talking. All these things that we experience these days is not even things that we have experienced. All these emotions that we have is not even coming from us. It's coming from fear. It's coming from TV. It's coming from the media, from the news. You ever seen the news and it just scares you and now you're afraid to go outside? Now you carry fear. Now you carry anxiety. Now you carry this. Now you carry that. And bam, you attract it now. That the energy that you are is the energy that you carry. The reason why you can't attract wealth is because everybody around you is carrying poverty. Everybody around you is carrying poverty. Everybody around you is carrying I can't afford. Everybody around you is carrying debt. Everybody around you, so it's natural, it's normal. So you picked up that experience, you pick it up. So now it becomes your natural state to attract wealth. If you want to experience something new, go around people who make something else look easy, like how poor people make poverty looks simple. You get what I'm saying? Go around the rich folks who makes getting money or earning money. Oh, it's okay. $1 million tomorrow. Next, I promise you, you begin to pick up the knowledge. You begin to pick up the frequency. You begin to join and be attached to the frequency. I promise you on everything. You will pick up things because of who we surround ourselves with. So yes, I get it. That how can you attract the energy if you have never been it? You can be it if you learn how to go around people who is doing it. If you go, listen, have you ever heard birds of a feather? If you find a partner, if you have a partner, if you have a man or a woman, and all their friends are cheaters, all their friends doing the same crap, what do you think that person is? What do you think your partner is? If let's say you have a partner who everybody that they hang out with cheat on their partners or on their spouses, what do you think about your partner then? Like, why do you keep hanging out with everybody get caught cheating? Sure. You begin to think birds of a feather. You pick up things from them. So we got to be careful. If you want something new, a new experience, change who you are hanging out with. You don't have to change them for good, but start to go around other people who are doing what you want to do, who's already doing it. You pick up information. You pick up the vibration. That vibration stays in you. You begin to attract something differently. I'm just saying, this is how you do it. This is how I had to do it. This is how I had to do it. This is how I had to start making money. This is how I had to start attracting money. I picked up that knowledge, then I elevated to that frequency of it, and then bam, money started to come. I never knew it was that simple. It's very simple. As a matter of fact, I have a one-on-one manifestation course. If you want to learn, if you want, go to my website. In 4 weeks, you'll manifest whatever you desire. I'm just saying. My website is consciousreality.store. Conscious with a K. You all have a blessed night, a blessed day. Be blessed. I see you guys somewhere else, see something else some other time. I gotta go, all right? So be blessed, peace, love, and a whole bunch of grease, all right? I'll see you guys later.